Alright, so like I said, it tells you what kind of geometry to do here. It says PS over SQ is equal to PT over TR. It's telling you, there's the formula, plug and chug. So, how long is PS? 1 over 3,000. How long is SQ? Which is equal to PT. How long? That's right, question mark. That unknown variable in mathematics is called x. Okay, I know what to do. What do you think you're supposed to do? Cross multiply. Cross multiply, the same thing we've been doing all week. So, cross multiply. What happens when you do 1/3000 times x? You get 1/3000 times x. What happens when you do 3 4,000ths times 2 5,000ths?
6,000 and 20,000.
You get 3 4,000ths times 2 5,000ths. I'm writing it this way so you can see the process. Okay? Those are the two numbers we're multiplying. So 1/3000th times x is x over 3,000. 2 5,000ths. Now when you multiply two fractions, you multiply across the top. 3 times 2, 6.
It's 2 times 4,000 up there.
5,000s, 2 5,000s. Now, what happens when you multiply 4,000 times 5,000? You get a 20, 4 times 5. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros after that. Number sense, guys. 4 times 5 is 20. If you have 3 zeros and 3 zeros, that makes 6 zeros. 20 million. 20 and 6 zeros. It's a big number. Because you have 4 times 5 is 20. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. Now you have to do what? Now what?
2 million. So you multiply the 3,000 both sides.
No.
You still cross multiply?
You cross multiply again. 6 times 3,000. 18. And 1, 2, 3 zeros. X times 20 and 6 zeros.
20 and 6 zeros x.
20 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros with an X.
You have 7. You have 7.
Now can't you just divide?
At 20 and 6 zeros,
Now you just divide 18.
which is 7 zeros. 2 and 7.
Oh, 20 and
Divide.
Now you
Divide that.
divide
This.
20 or 2 and 7 zeros.
Wait, I already lost
On both sides.
You can cross those zeros up there.
You can always cross out 3 zeros up here and cross out 3 zeros down there. So you get 18 over 2.
9 over 100. 20,000. 18 over 20,000.
9 over 20, 10,000. No, 100,000.
that's 10,000.
It is?
It's 10,000. 18 divided by 20,000.
It's too small.
9 over.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
9 over 10.
No, it's not.
9 over 10,000.
It's 9 over 10,000.
I did not get that. Yeah, I got that. Bro, I can't see.
That's 4 zeros and 2.
It's just algebra.
That wasn't the hardest thing ever.
Yeah,
Did you say that was complicated?
It's still
See,
wrong.
the complicated thing is that you think you're wrong because of the weird
It's just
numbers.
there's so many zeros.
No, it's
Well,
so-
Right.
it's 'cause of the
There's so
fraction.
many freaking zeros. What are you supposed to do? The amazing thing is, your calculator will do all of this for you.
Wow.
All of it. Let's explore that.
Let's do it. Can we like not explore?
Why is it so
Are you
exciting?
doing like
Let's not pull
install?
a door on.
Are you doing install?
No, I'm just gonna literally use my calculator. Okay, so on my calculator, you have to look at your notes because you can't see both screens at once. I originally did 3. Hold on, me. Control divide. I did 3 over 4, 1, 2, 3 times control divide 2 5,000, right? That's how I got the original 9 with a 20 and 6 zeros. So cross multiply and then divide by what?
3,000.
1 over 3,000. So now I'm going to divide that by control divide.
Wait, what you do to get hands?
You literally just put divide, and
Wait, you said what? Divide that by what?
So it's the same as doing like 3 over 4 equals 5 over x.
Oh, that was
Multiply and then divide by that number. So that's what I did on my calculator. I multiplied 3 4,000ths times 2 5,000ths, and I divided by 1 3,000th, and it says the answer is 9 10,000ths. So you can do it by hand, or you can do it in the calculator.
I think you can pit sandwiches.
Crazy, right? That's considered one of the easier ones. You're gonna see one exactly like that on your test. Alright, so let's try another fun one. Hooray, no more fractions.
No, decimals are worse.
Decimals
I
are
like decimals.
I definitely think decimals are easier.
Because I always mess up.
Oh, shoot, y'all.
Just give me.
Oh, yeah.
so this is number 4 now. Number 4 is asking us to solve for 2 different variables. So it gives you a proportion that Vy, or number 4,
Vy
X
is equal to ux.
Vy is x, we don't know what it is. Yw is
4 zeros and then 7.
ux
4
over xw.
I don't like decimals because the zeros. I always forget a zero somehow.
So how do you want to do this?
cross multiply.
What do you say?
Calculator.
Calculator. So if you're going to do it calculator, it's going to be multiply these 2 numbers and then divide by this number. So I'll leave that up there. So we're going to multiply these 2 and then we're going to divide by this one. So I'll let you math that in your calculator. See if you
I
get
got
the right
a
answer.
E.
Oh, that means like
Oh no.
I forgot what that meant.
I know what it means, but
It's
like.
not.
It's not
The answer is an E.
No, it's like it's multiplied by 10.
Your answer has an E in it.
Yeah.
2.75 E minus.
No, I don't have any. I didn't get that. Look.
I didn't get any.
So what I did is like, there's
I got an
e's,
E
there's
at the top
e's in
one.
the equation, just
Yeah.
the zeros.
That's how many zeros do you
No, I know. So you multiply and
Four
then
zeros
divide
and
by.
Divided by.
Yeah, it's 4 zeros
Oh,
and
so you
37.
want to go
Divided
like
by
2?
I got that.
Do that, divide by that, and then yeah.
4 zeros.
Alright.
What'd you get?
4 zeros and 37.
5 zeros.
I got 4 zeros.
Oh, I already did the divide.
That's the answer.
No.
No,
No.
it's not.
Yes. No.
That's
No, it's
Well,
not.
from what
You
we
have
were
to
doing-
multiply those and look.
That's VW,
No, it's wrong.
right? Or
That's the answer.
VY.
No,
I got 4 zeros 37.
It's VY.
Okay, That's the answer
To the whole problem?
to this piece right here for x.
That's what I said.
That's the answer.
I'm
Let me show you.
I divided by that.
Look, we multiply these two numbers. Point. I lost it here. Which one are we
So
on?
wait, would you just add that?
Point zero 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 54 times 0.000075. Okay, whatever.
Divide by.
Divided by 0.123110. Did I shoot it up?
Oh, I
Yeah.
missed 1 0. That's what
And then to solve for
Divided
that,
by
just add, right? Okay, yeah.
why is this not coming out right?
That one.
I multiplied by the wrong number.
Yes.
54.
I think you did 3 zeros.
Okay, 0.123454 times 0.123475
Yes.
Yes.
divided by 0.123110. What the hell?
Wait,
I think you're.
That could be 3 step. You could just round up.
My calculator is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decimal places. And the paper says round to the nearest 6 decimal places. 6.
Yes.
So what is that? 8.
Seven.
Round up.
Makes it 0.37.
Still the same way.
So it's all in the settings in your calculator. Go ahead.
Okay, so you're gonna get to the other VW, you just add them, right?
Okay, so if we can't tolerate that kind of complex math, right? You hate the zeros, right? I know you guys hate zeros. So what if I do this same problem, but I'm gonna cover up 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna cover up 3 zeros. Or can I cover up 4 zeros?
No.
So I'm gonna cover up 3 zeros. So now it's gonna be x over 0.75 equals 0.54 over 110. So now cross multiply. 0.075 times 0.054 divided by 0.110.
I got the same thing.
You got, but you should have gotten 0.037, right?
I got the same thing.
0.054 times 0.075 divided by 0.110.
Oh, 0.110. Yeah.
So now it gives you, so we covered up 3 zeros, which means we have to add 3 zeros back. So you get 0.037, you have to add 3 more zeros. So that's how you get that same answer. And so the other one is finding Vy, or finding VW. So how long is this piece?
You add the X into the problem and then you add it together.
0.00112.
Like you add what you boxed in plus YW.
Yeah, so you just add these two numbers together and it gives you the length that you're
It's
looking for.
3 zeros and 112.
3 zeros and then 112. Okay, so that's pretty much all I want to cover from the front. All the rest of that stuff is going to be new, exploratory review. I did too, you do too. And alright, so even more help, the proportion is already set up for you.
Yes, sir.
We're on the back now, number 1. The proportion is already set up for you. Tonight I'm going to ask you to remove yourself from this because I want everybody else to struggle at it. I'm asking him to do that because he is currently in Algebra 2 and they are in the factoring unit right now. So I'm going to ask him to check my work because it's been a while since I've done this too. Right? how do we start this problem?
Cross multiply.
Cross multiply. So when we do this, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's going to be 2a plus 8 times a plus 5. That's multiplying this direction. Equals that direction. 3 times 8. Okay. Setting up my steps.
Wait, you like that, right?
FOIL,
Yeah.
double distribute, whatever makes your life easy. I like to double distribute like this.
Yeah.
2a squared.
10A.
What kind of 10a?
Positive 10a.
Positive 10a.
10a plus 8a.
Positive 8a.
Oh, my grandma.
Equals 24.
Equals 24. Positive 24.
Combine the
Like terms.
10a.
Combine like terms.
18A plus 4.
Subtract 40.
This is generally the step in the process people start to make mistakes.
Subtract 24.
Those make it equal to 0, yeah.
No, you subtract 24.
You subtract 24. You want to force this to equal 0. So minus 24 from both sides, 2a squared plus 18a equals, plus 16 equals 0. This is the point we're trying to get to. Force it to equal 0. So now am I good at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Factor.
Factor! So easy!
2A.
So when we factor, we should be getting 2 binomials.
You mean 2A and 8 on one side.
2a on one side and 1a on the other.
And you factor out the 16.
Okay, hold on.
2A squared.
So right now, 2a times a takes care of the 2a squared. Check. Now what do these two numbers have to multiply to equal?
18.
No!
they have to-
They have to multiply to equal 16. Positive 16. So I need two numbers that could make 16.
2a, 4 and 4.
Or it'd be 16 and 1.
It is straight up guess and check at this point. Unless you want to do the box method that will give you a definite solution. You like the box method? Never heard of it? I'll show it
No,
to
I
you.
hate that. This can-
I'm really good at teaching the box method. Really good at it. That is the only way I teach
She
algebra
shot
2
us this last
factor.
year, but she didn't want to see us.
Okay, so you said 1 and 16. Let's try that. Now we have an ultimate decision. 1 and 16 or 16 and 1. 16 and 1. So
Yes, sir.
if I do this,
2a.
It's just
does 16 times 1 equal 16?
Yes. And then
Now I have to verify this middle number. When I add these together, they have to equal 18. So 2a times 1a is 2a. 16 times a,
There's two right answers to this one.
these two add up to equal 18. So those are my two factors.
you can also do 2 and 7.
Dude, I can also do 2 and 8.
Yeah. 2 and 8 works. Because you put 8 where
Okay, hold on.
8, yeah.
Yeah, because 8 would be
8, 2a plus
2 and a plus 8.
2a, 16a. So theoretically, they're both correct solutions. Let's see what happens. So remember, these are factors. They are not answers.
Oh, it's going to be negative.
So I have to set 2a plus 16 equal to 0. And I have to set a plus 1
Negative
equals to 0. So I get A equals negative 1
A equals negative
and A equals negative 8.
Oh, they both give you the same
If I do the same thing over here, 2A plus 2 equals 0, minus 2 on both
A.
sides.
Negative A. I mean negative 1.
Negative.
So is there really two answers?
Yeah.
There's two different factors, but it gives me the same solution set. Okay, so somebody remember this for me right here. Everybody got that locked in? Alright, so I'm going to erase all of this, and I'm going to show you the box method that works every time, all the time, without guessing. Alright, so if we have this trinomial, 2a plus 18, 2a squared plus 18a,
plus 16.
this is the box method.
Put 2A squared.
2a squared goes in the first box.
16.
16 goes in the bottom box. Now, to create the number that goes into this box, this is the only intuitive step. You have to multiply these two numbers. 2 times 16.
32.
I need all the factors of 32 that could possibly create 18. So I'm going to factor this out. 1 in 32.
2 and 16. 4, 18.
Which set of factors could possibly add up to 18?
2 and 16.
Those are the only two that could make 18. Well, it doesn't matter where you go. 2a here, 16a here. So I have the same trinomial written in a box. 2a squared plus 18a plus 16. Now all I got to do is just factor. Greatest common factor. What is the biggest thing that 2a squared and 16a both share?
2A.
They share 2 and they share an a. What is the biggest thing that 2a and 16 both share?
2.
2. Going this way, what is the biggest thing that 2a squared and 2a both share?
2A.
What is the biggest thing that 16a and 16 both share?
16.
So my two factors are 2a plus 2 and 2a plus 16. Mic drop.
Oh, we can do this more.
Wait, what?
Yeah, let me do last year.
Yeah, we didn't learn this.
Yeah.
Well,
We did another one.
wouldn't it
That, like,
come out as 4a squared?
can you show that to Miss Morris and be like,
What are we talking about?
look,
We multiply 2 times 9 is 4a squared.
Yeah, it's gonna come out 4a. So how, it's gonna be 4a squared, so how are you gonna get that? And 2 times 16.
Oh, you know what?
Dang, Mike picked up.
Because that's
32
not the
plus
factors
4.
that we ended
So
up
it'd be
with.
36. Final answer.
So, my bad, I got a little excited.
Oh.
So, these are the correct factors going this way, right? Now, I need to figure out what can I multiply by 2a
A.
to get 2a squared. A. And if I do 16a divided by 2a, I get 8. My bad. So you have to pull factors going left, and then you have to divide when you go up. So that gives us the same answers, right? 2a and a plus 8. That works. My bad, I didn't check that. So I always do the box method. It's just
What
easier
would
to
the
me.
factors do with that?
The factors would be 2a plus 2 and a plus 8.
I like this one.
I love
I
the
like
box
the
method
guessing.
because I hate guessing and checking. I always get so frustrated.
You
Me, I
had to
just
erase.
like I'm just erasing constantly, and like you either have the number sense to get it or you don't. So the box method kind of takes away that stem there.
It was so much now.
So we'll do this last one. Maybe I might do one more with you.
Wait, so there's
Dude,
two
it's
A's.
for
There's
ourselves.
A equals -1 and A equals -8. Are those both the answers?
They're both solutions because we don't have the caveat of a side can't be -5. So both answers would actually work. So let's explore the answers because I failed you have to plug your answers back in. Our answers were A equals -1 and A equals -8. So if I plug those back in, 3/4 should equal 6/8. Does that look correct? That's plugging a -1 back in. If I plug a -8 back in, 3/-3 should equal 16 minus 8, 8/8. Does 1 equal 1? So both solutions do work.
Wait, but that's -1.
This is -1.
No, I mean on the solutions. The 3/-3,
It
that's
might be a
-1.
-8.
Oh, -8. So this should be -8. My bad. Good catch. Way to check my work. We get -1 and -1.
Oh, wait, but would 2 and 8 also work?
Where'd you get 2 and 8?
From the box?
The box method?
But you have to like reverse, you have to like factor the factor.
The box method said 2A plus 2.
Yes, set it to 0.
So -2 on both sides, divided by 2. And A plus 8, minus 8 on both sides. So get the same answers. So factors are not answers.
Wait, did you do number 2 for us?
Miss Schrager did. That was kind of the notes. She said, here's what it looks like. Look at these solutions and then guide your own learning. So this one's kind of different, right? It is factoring, but it's not factoring at the same time. It's a different type of factoring.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
Should.
I'm stuck.
Okay. Did you get this part right?
Yeah, it's 15K plus 45.
That's what I get though.
Then that part is there's a square.
Yeah.
Right, it's 27K plus 45 minus.
It's not 27. So how are you have to multiply 3
Well,
K
that's what the already
plus
like terms.
5 times 9 minus
It'll
K.
be 22K, but
You don't.
Here's how I multiply binomials. You ever seen me do this before?
No.
It's like multiplying 12 times 34.
So you're
4
not
times 2,
6. I mean 8.
4 times 1,
4.
placeholder. 3 times 2,
6.
3 times 1.
3.
Everything falls down. Okay, so I do it -K times 5,
Yeah, that's what I got.
I got that.
Then
-K times times 3K,
-3K. Got that. Square.
negative 3K squared.
placeholder. 9 times 5,
45.
9 times 3K,
27K.
positive 45. So I'm gonna start combining like terms. I have -3K squared.
Oh no, I didn't. I was telling you the whole thing. I didn't combine the like terms yet.
So 27K minus 5Ks,
22K.
positive 22Ks, and then just a 45.
Yes.
Equals
15K plus 45.
I brought everything from the left to the right.
that's where you screwed up.
No, you have to go then.
You have to go everything from the left to the right because the major rule is your K, your largest polynomial value K squared has to be positive.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to move this way, which makes it positive 3K squared.
Plus 15.
So I have to move this way. So 15 minus 22.
Negative 7K.
I have to move this way. 45 minus 45.
0.
Hey, it already equals 0.
Yep.
Factor. So now we're pulling the greatest common factor. What do these two things both share?
K.
They share a K. And I have two factors. K equals 0 is one I have to solve. And I have to solve 3K minus 7 equals 0. Well, this one's already solved. add 7 to both sides.
Equals 3 over 7.
7 over 3.
K equals 7/3.
I hate when x equals 0.
That is the easiest one. Does 5/3 equal 15/9?
Yes.
Right? That was easy. But plugging into 7/3 might be a little more complicated. 3 times 7/3 is 7. And then 7/3 plus 3 is 10/3 or 2. No. Oh, here we go. 10/3. Does that equal 15 over 27/3 minus 7/3? So you got 12 over 10/3. Does that equal 15 over 20/3? If you don't know, ask your calculator, what's 15 times 10/3?
150 over 3.
Okay, question. Couldn't you just plug that into the calculator?
That's what I'm doing right now.
But with x's.
Would it not be 50?
Wait,
It's
hold on.
50.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try to.
And then the other one was 12 times 20/3. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, you know why? Because this is 7/3 plus 9/3.
I got
which is
0. K equals 0. Oh, I just did that. Avoided all that word.
15/3. Which is 5, right? I know those are the right answers, I just can't prove my answer right now.
I just avoided all that.
You did what?
So I did numeric solve.
You did number solve?
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna work though.
Well,
Menu?
that's the first part. It's the first part. So what I did was I did, well, it's K, but I obviously just did 3x plus 5 over x plus 3.
Menu 31. Control divide. What is it?
3x plus 5
3x plus 5.
over x plus 3. And then you move and
Oh, yeah, Miss Hunt taught us this.
and then you do control divide again. 15 over 9 minus x. And then comma x. Get out.
Okay, so good
Equals
conversation. That's only one of the answers.
Yeah,
There is
that
another
gives
answer.
you one of the answers.
So the other answer should be 7/3. 3 times 7/3 over 7/3 plus 3 is 21 over 16. Okay. On the other side, 15 over 9 minus 7/3. 9 over 4. Oh, no, it screwed that up.
Why are you adding the 5?
Huh?
Isn't it 3k plus 5 and k is 7?
So read it to me one more time. What is it with the first one?
3k plus 5.
3k plus 5. 3 times 7/3 plus 5 over
7 over 3 plus
7 over 3 plus 3. Is that right? 9/4. 9/4, 9/4, because I can't type like stuff. So the calculator could offer more or less complexity. Big problem. The other one I want to look at, I'm just going to go ahead and do it with you guys, is number 4. I don't know if it's on there or not.
Yep.
I don't know if I have it. So what I want you guys to get to is get to what the factoring part is. So I'll give you a few minutes. Oh, we're out of time. You should get to this. 25n squared minus 57n plus 14. If you cross multiply and simplify everything correctly, you should get to that. Look how easy that is to factor.
5, 5, 4,
Look at that. See how long you could be guessing and checking? So I'm going to build a box. My computer's going to quit on me. 25n squared and 14. If you multiply these two numbers, what do you get? 25 times 14.
A large number.
I need an accurately large number.
350.
350? So all the factors of 350 that could make negative 57. Negative 50 and negative 7. So I'm going to put a negative 50 right here, and negative 7 right there. Those are both my ends. So now I have 25n squared, negative 57 ends, and 14.
57.
By accurately combining like terms. So what's the biggest value that 25n squared and negative 50 both share? 25 n's. The biggest number that negative 7n and 14 both share?
7.
Positive 7?
Negative 7.
So 25n squared divided by 25n. N. Negative 50n divided by 25. Negative 7 divided by, so does negative 7 and negative 2 make positive 14? So those are your two factors. 25n minus 7 and n minus 2. So using the box method. So whenever I have it done on there, I want you guys to practice tonight. Okay. Esmeralda.